It's lovely to be here in Havana, Cuba, with Bill Koenigsberg and Martyn Rattle at the inaugural Local Planet conference. I just wanted to have a little chat and find out why you established Local Planet when there's already a number of established networks in the market at the moment.
Well, actually, because a lot of clients want more choice, and Local Planet is the opportunity for independent agencies to come together to provide additional choice to clients who haven't got that in media.
And what's happened to the networks since they've been launched?
Well, we launched in April 2016, and since then we've established ourselves in 51 markets. We're involved in 14 international pitches, and it seems like the idea to launch the Local Planet has been been warmly received by the market, and we are being invited as an alternative, a genuine alternative media agency network, to pitches.
The media world has consolidated so much. There's 6 holding companies. Each of them have a few media agencies, and clients are craving for an alternate solution. I know that because of obviously our scale in the U.S. and what we've done in the U.S. as an independent, and knowing that we're able to provide trust and transparency and a really scalable solution. Being able to duplicate that around the world and giving the clients a true alternative is a pretty cool thing. And a new global network, I don't think, has been launched for probably close to 10 years. And I think Marty did that when he launched Visium back, was it how long ago?
About 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
How can these agencies remain independent, though, if they're part of a network?
Well, just because you're part of a network doesn't mean you can't have your independence. A network is really a group of companies that have come together under one roof to provide consistency of product and services to a particular sector, and the sector happens to be media and advertising. So I don't think it's a matter of independence. It doesn't mean that you're free or untethered from anything else. I think independence, we're independently owned, which is different than being part of a publicly held company, which the holding companies are. And when you're part of a publicly held company, you've got different parameters. You've got a lot of different constituencies. You've got a lot of companies that were built through buying companies with a lot of conflicting interests and a lot of different profit centers. So being independent, I think you can have your cake and eat it too.
And how do you think Local Planet's different from other networks?
Well, one, you said it, we're independently owned. So, and we're, a lot of us are founder owned, which means we're entrepreneurs, which means we know how to build businesses. And if we built businesses for ourselves and have been successful, I think that there's a trust factor that we can build businesses for our clients. In addition to that, I talk about this. We're $7.5 billion in the U.S. and my holding company, publicly held competitors are very, very tough competitors. But I talk about the fact that the air that we breathe is a bit cleaner. We're able to run faster. We're able to jump higher, not because they're not good, but because we're not tethered to a lot of the internal bureaucratic red tape that a lot of these companies have to go through to get things done. So we're able to run faster, jump higher, and I kind of say the air we breathe is not as smoky, it's a bit cleaner.
So Martyn, what about international tools and consistency?
We didn't set out to build our own tools. We set out to find the best tools that work internationally, so we searched internally for the best tools in our network, and we also searched externally. We have a suite of tools that we know work, and we can apply to international clients' business. And we're not in the business of technology. We're in the business of media, and so we do have a suite of tools that support our 9-step process for planning and buying media, and we have that applied. We tested those tools in our local markets before we launched our network to ensure that they worked, both at a local and at international level, and we're very happy that we have a consistent set of tools and approaches, a planning framework, a thinking framework that international clients will benefit from.
How are you going to deliver a competitive value if you don't have the scale for clients?
So, first of all, who says we don't have the scale? So that's number one. We are a $10 billion entity globally. That's pretty big. That's pretty big scale there. We have some really amazing, terrific best-in-breed agencies in a couple of good key markets around the world: the UK, Germany, Latin America, obviously in the U.S. with Horizon. So I believe that we do have scale, number one. I also believe that the world is going to a place where, first of all, if it was all about who had the most money, there'd be one media agency and that's it. The one that had the most money would get the best rates and everybody would go with them. It's just blatantly not true. So we believe in buying smarter. I think we proved that in the U.S. and we've built our scale that way. And I think that in today's world where, I say we're in a 250 world, you can make $1 look like $2, you can make $1 look like 50 cents. So helping a client make that $1 look like $2 is much, much harder, and you have to be much, much smarter to do it. So I believe that through our local up approach, we can offer that, and we can do that with our clients, because you know what? The money we invest is for our clients' best interest. The money that the holding companies are investing sometimes is for their best interest.
Why do you think independent agencies think it's important to be part of Local Planet?
I think that independent agencies think it's really important to be part of Local Planet because I believe that we all see there's more opportunity than ever before. I talked earlier about marketers wanting an alternative solution. There are major marketers that have their corporate headquarters all around the world. So if we're able to, through our local independent agencies, have a connection with a pretty large advertiser that had needs outside their home market, then more and more importantly, we're able to take that capability and instead of doing business in one market, do business across a network. So I believe it's really about more opportunity. And when there's less and less choice out there, to provide this not only in one market, to be able to provide this in 70, why wouldn't you want to be part of it? It's about business growth. It's about opportunity. It's about providing a solution. There's white space in the marketplace, and I think all these independent agencies see it, and there's a lot there for the taking.
Martyn, why are we in Cuba?
Well, that's a very good question, Anna. We're in Cuba because beautiful Cuba, absolutely right. We're in Cuba because it's our inaugural global conference, and we brought together all the owners, the key owners of our agencies around the world, in order to fashion our strategy for going forward and to talk about our progress since we launched in April this year. And it's an amazing opportunity really to gather together the best agencies, the best independent agencies in the world, and having a fantastic time, and we wish you were here.
I know we've touched on this, but what makes independent agencies different from the big six?
I think it's a mindset. I think independent agencies have this business as personal philosophy. And in today's world where clients are looking for that personal touch, non-corporate, non-bureaucratic, speed to market, quick decision-making, entrepreneurialism, transparency, I think that independent agencies really offer that to clients. And it's different. We're in a world today where clients really want to have someone in their corner. And the holding companies have gotten so big, other than the largest clients within their stables, who they're all over like a blanket. There's a lot of smaller guys that have very large budgets that just are not getting the attention that they need.
And you mentioned transparency. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, it's really simple. Local Planet agencies get paid one way from their clients. No massive rebates from the media owners, no volume discount deals that don't get passed along, no multiple bites of the apple through the programmatic trading desks because we own our own tech and that's just passed through. So if you say in its simplest form, any nickel that we are earned through any savings, through any kind of rebates, through any kind of incentives, all go back to our clients. And we can say that with 100% assurance. That's what has attracted a lot of clients to Horizon in the U.S. And I believe that model has not been designed in the rest of the world, and we're doing it.
So Martyn, why do you think clients benefit from the local up approach?
Well, I think that all international media battles are won on the ground. You don't win internationally in the air. And consumers are local, behaviours are local, business is local, and the approach of many international networks is a top-down approach. And we believe that clients and brands need the best in the market, and they need a local up expertise and approach so that their brands and their business benefits. And we don't want to provide the average of a network. We want to provide the best in each market. And so our approach is specifically local up, so that brands can succeed, and our approach helps them succeed in a local market situation, not with an international strategy that's come top down, that doesn't take into account local market dynamics. And we truly believe that to win internationally, you have to actually, first of all, win on the ground in the local market.
What are the main challenges that Local Planet's faced since it was set up?
I think, well, first of all, when you bring 40 independent agencies together that are all used to thinking differently and are not used to having to all beat to the same drum. So one is consistency of product and thinking and what we stand for around the world. So that's one challenge of bringing everybody together. I think the second challenge is we've been very, very careful about who we're letting into the network. And the checklist of what you need to have just as a cost of entry, and a checklist of what you need to improve to stay with the network constantly is a challenge, because now the independent agencies are somewhat accountable to other people as well. So I think that's a second challenge that's brought into the network. And I think the third thing is we are new and different, and clients have to be willing to take a little bit of a risk, and a lot of clients are risk adverse. They take the safe route. A client saying, "Oh, I've gone with Omnicom versus Local Planet," you think on the surface a fairly safe choice. So I think the risk factor of clients feeling comfortable, but we have a few that are certainly supporting us, and I think as that continues to grow, we'll have more case studies, and all of a sudden, I believe we'll be the prettiest girl on the block.
I love it. What are the key objectives and goals for Local Planet looking forward?
Well, the key goal is for Local Planet to be a genuine and real alternative to the holding company agencies. Absolutely right, and to work for clients forever, and to win clients and work for clients who deserve better, and to right the wrongs of the international media market.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for talking to me, and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thanks.